Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your hosts, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Tuesday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Randy Lee. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. And boy, there is a lot to talk about, as there was yesterday. Man, news breaks fast. We were kind of stringing along, and I had intended to talk about the Arkansas game a little bit yesterday. That's old news. That's past. That's in everybody's.
Don't bring it up today either.
Rearview mirror at the moment. Auburn fires Brian Harsin. They hired John Cohen. It clearly seems like Chris Roberts was waiting to hire the athletic director,
which is what we had kind of heard.
And that was, that was the kind of thing that we. Now I didn't realize that it was going to be as quick as it was, but John Cohen, a name that we had not heard previously. It was always Hartwell, and it was Rich McGlynn, and maybe you throw in a couple of other ones out there. But Cohen's name comes out of nowhere. That kind of filters out on Saturday, and then by Monday morning, the announcement is made that John Cohen is hired. Literally 45 minutes later, Brian Harsin is let go. So I'm glad we can all kind of put that behind us now. We can start looking toward the future. Cadillac Williams is named the interim coach. Surprised by that?
Surprised, but very happy about it. You want me to extend my thoughts on that?
I'd like to kind of hear your thoughts on that.
Okay, if you've got to go put somebody in a spot to coach a season out, I would choose someone that I feel like could galvanize some interest in the fan base as well as the players. And the things that I watch with Cadillac is he's not overly talkative, you know what I'm saying, but he's fiery. And I think he's got a name. He's an Auburn man. And you see as soon as the news pops out that Cadillac's taking that over, what does the Auburn fan base do? It is elated.
Yeah.
Did you know a single person that wasn't happy about that? Now, there could be those out there that say, Cadillac's only been coaching for, 4 years, and, how much is he going to be able to lead? Look, all of that at this point in time in the season with Auburn and the way that we're playing, I just want somebody to play hard.
Yeah.
I just would like a plan, maybe. And I thought the more interesting part of all of it was how quick we got rid of the rest of them.
Yeah. Was not expecting the OC to go and the tight end coach to go in the middle of the season as well.
But it made it very clear what was thought behind the scenes of those guys, along with Harsin, along with whatever that was that we hired to go out there and be the recruiting coordinator. And is that safe to say?
I think clearly.
When you run all of them out, like back, the writing's on the wall what the thought process was in the back rooms of this discussion. So I'm glad we're moving forward. You can say that it's a black eye on the university and us Auburn fans and the trustees and the boosters and all of the above. But at the end of the day, I don't think any of us thought that this was ever going to work. And no time is better than now if you're confident that things aren't moving in a positive direction. I think all of us were confident, weren't we?
Yes, extremely confident. You could clearly, I think everybody, saw where the program was headed. And again, I'll say it, Brian Harsin didn't look like he wanted to be there the last couple of weeks, and some would even say going back further. But as far as Cadillac is concerned, I'll just state for the record, I don't think he's ready at this point to be the head coach of a major football program. However, in this situation, I think it goes to those guys on that team, a lot of whom were recruited by Cadillac, have a lot of respect for him. They really like him. It's all about how they feel about him, I think, and the trust and the respect that he has engendered since he has been there. Like you said, he's an Auburn guy. You just put him in charge and say, look, let you just try to it's got something to do with trying to salvage a recruiting class. It's got something to do with saying to those players, look, Xavier Capers, first one, he jumps. He says, I'm entering the transfer portal. But Cadillac, can you please maybe see if we just guys stick with us for the rest of this year? Let's close this thing out. Let's try not to get embarrassed. Let's play hard. Let's play the right way. And we're gonna pour everything we got into it to turning this thing around and making it right next year. But I think it's all about his connection with the players, why he's the interim head coach.
I also think that it's his connection with the university and the fan base from his playing days. And there's no black eyes around Carnell, Cadillac, Williams when it comes to Auburn. From his playing days all the way until now. You read any negative articles on that man?
No.
None. None when he was playing. Always thought he played as hard as humanly possible. I thought he played through injuries as often as he could. And so I'm trying to get to a point here. We need some stability. And I know it's hard to say that you're getting any stability when you're just putting an interim coach in middle of the way through the season. But if you put a player that's an Auburn man that chose Auburn over a lot of different universities, all the universities, everybody want Cadillac.
Sure.
It's one of our biggest gets in the last 20 years. Would you agree with that?
Yep.
Okay, and we win him, so we can at least hope that he can go out there and pitch Auburn the same way he was pitched. And I like our chances better. You and I had this conversation 3 weeks ago today. What would be the benefit of getting rid of Brian Harsin now in comparison to the end of the season? And I think I had you swayed during that conversation that what do we have to lose? It's not like we have a lot of recruits that are committed to us now. And why would you commit if there's instability everywhere and you don't know what's going on? If I had a feel that there were some Auburn men involved that may continue to be involved, with whoever the next, and I'm not saying that they've got to demand that they keep Cadillac and Jimmy Brumbaugh and Zach Etheridge and all of the above. I'm not saying that. I actually don't believe that. But I think there's a solid chance. I think there's probably a 50-50 chance that some of those guys would be retained on this staff depending on who the next coach was. And that would be a good thing for Auburn and maybe something that we can sell right now before the next coach is hired.
Brian Harsin dismissed after a 9-12 tenure at Auburn. 4-9 in the SEC. Immediately following that, Eric Keesaw, offensive coordinator, fired. Tight end coach Brad Bedell fired. Recruiting coordinator Darren Ursher fired. Chief of staff Brad Larongo fired. And general manager Drew Fabianich, who's been on the job for about 2 or 3 months, he is fired. Guy came over from the Cowboys. He's like, I don't even know how much he was making. I don't even know what he ever did, but he's no longer there. I think his connection was Brian Harsin, and now Jeff Schmedding is the lone survivor here, basically, of the Idaho boys. What do you make of that?
They like him.
Okay.
Even
though the defense has been horrendous.
Yeah, but, there's something to be said that not everyone just gets pigeonholed together. And if you've been around someone for a couple of years and you get to know them and you know a little bit more about them and maybe their family and what their interests are, it's not beyond belief that just because the head coach goes that someone in that mix could be liked by the ones that are remaining there. It's the only thing I can read into.
Yeah.
I'm not reading into thinking that the Auburn faithful wouldn't just go ahead and say, Jimmy, take control of the defense, do the best you can, if they're willing to say, Carnell, take control of the offense and do the best you can. What's the difference? To me, it's not much of a difference at all. I think both of them are big-time Auburn guys and big-time Auburn recruiters and ones that we're all happy to have around. So that's the only thing. I mean, is that not what you would guess?
Yeah, absolutely. And, then the question is brought up, well, it's not like the old days. I mean, you got such a enormous support staff these days. You got analysts, you got these guys, that guys. So to say who's going to call the plays? Who's going to be the offensive coordinator against Mississippi State? Who's going to be the tight end coach? Who's going to be the running back coach if Cadillac's the head coach? So, I mean, you got to fill 3 assistant positions in 4 days. Well, really in a day, because you got to get ready. You got to practice. Yeah, I mean, we talking about practice today on the play. So there's just a lot to do. It's a lot to dump on Carnell, quite frankly, to have to try to get all this together. But we'll see what they look like.
I'll say this though. Let me give another big positive spin towards Carnell on this. Have you ever seen him overly emotional and disturbed and anxious and like with a poor, disgruntled look on his face, even back to his playing days?
I don't recall.
I think that's something to be said about the man.
Yeah.
I do. And so you bring up, this is a lot to throw on him. Well, I mean, I've known some players, including a Heisman Trophy winner in Cam Newton, that would get so disgruntled on the sideline that you'd almost want to go hug him at times. I never, ever felt like that with Cadillac. He always seemed to have a positive demeanor. He always seemed to be moving in a positive direction. So I say all that meaning I don't think it's going to overwhelm him. I don't think he's a guy that gets overwhelmed. Maybe I'm wrong by that, but at least he's never shown it publicly.
I think that's probably something to that. Landon King doesn't mention Harsin in his little exit thing. Auburn doesn't even mention Harsin's name in the announcement that he is fired. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Never seen anything to the extent of how bad of a hire and how bad everything played out than this on a stage like Auburn University. It was terrible all the way around.
I got one more question I'll pose, and then we'll go to break. I wonder how Derek Hall and Shanker and Papo and those guys that vigorously defended Harsin after year one feel like right now.
Well, I feel bad.
For some of your leaders.
I feel bad for those guys, and anyone that's had a coach that wasn't liked by a lot, and all of us that have played sports had coaches that weren't liked by maybe a majority of some of the teams that we're on. There are the leaders that even pop up on those staffs that get along with the coach. So I would say I feel for them, but I don't think it degrades anything that us Auburn people think about it. You?
No. We got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Concrete Basement and Walls, LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls, LLC.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe, wickedly delicious. Relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours. Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
Concrete Basement and Walls LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls LLC.
No monthly payments till after the holidays at Glenn Smith in Opelika.
Enjoy big discounts on Chevrolet Buick and GMC SUVs. How about a brand new Chevrolet Buick or GMC with no payments till next year? New Chevy Equinox as low as $329 a month. New Buick Enclaves up to $5,000 off. New GMC Terrains up to $6,000 off.
Get 0% financing, no payments till next year at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you for about 45 more minutes. In today's show, give us a call, 256-234-6221. Got a couple of calls holding. But first, we are giving away 2 tickets to the Auburn exhibition game tomorrow night, Wednesday, in Neville Arena. Auburn's going to have an exhibition against UAH. So if you're interested in that, I think it's, 7 o'clock? 2 tickets. What do you say, first one to call in?
Yeah.
First one that calls in and wants the tickets, be sure to give you need a cell phone, okay, because we're going to transfer the tickets to you. You just call and talk to our producer, Kane, give him your cell phone number, and we will transfer the tickets to you, or we will get them transferred there. So,
does anyone not have a cell phone?
Well, you'd be surprised.
Would I really?
Probably so, because every now and then we get a call saying, these tickets, I ain't got no cell phone. So wow. I'm just saying,
okay.
I thought I was the last. I thought I was the last one to get one.
You know our mutual friend, Butch Jacobs?
Yeah.
Up until like 3 years ago, he was still rocking that flip phone. And I think he'd still rock it if his wife finally didn't say, if you ever bring that flip phone out in public again, you and I are going to have words. But he did it just sheerly out of spite.
Yeah.
And so I wish he still had the flip phone, to be honest.
2 tickets, exhibition game tomorrow night, Auburn, Neville Arena, Auburn and UAH. First one to call in gets them. Go ahead. All right, let's go to the phone line.
Terry, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Hey, guys, how y'all doing today?
We're great, Terry. Glad to have you.
Good to talk to you, Randy. Randy, I still have a flip phone.
Do you, Terry? There you go. I've got a friend of mine that you need to meet then.
And actually, I know 2 people back in Talladega that are in their 50s and do not have cell phones.
Wow. I just learned something today, Terry. Glad I brought it up.
Yeah. Andy, to answer your question, I think there's analysts. I think they call them analysts that work under position coaches. You might see one of them step up. You might see some new faces on the sideline on Saturday. I don't know. I mean, that's just what I heard Ryan Matthews say yesterday.
Terry, I'm very intrigued. Look, we'll see all these coaches and see who's calling the plays, but I'm almost kind of apathetic again on what happens the remainder of this season. But Terry, I'm intrigued to hear who your top 3 for the new coach would be.
Hugh Freeze, Deion Sanders, and you got to make Lane Kiffin say no.
Wow, I think that's right where a lot of people think, and you would like to have Hugh Freeze if you had your picking.
Absolutely, because I think he would be the most loyal to Auburn. And if he had a couple of good years, if somebody come call, he would say, no, Auburn gave me a chance when nobody else would. I'm staying here. And I believe that about the man. I really do. So what I don't understand is this: is some people want to go defensive head coach. Do y'all think it's going to be an offensive hire?
Yes.
Okay. In my opinion, it has to be.
It's the day and age of football that we play. You know, you almost feel like it has to be. You know, but I think many would say that Deion's a defensive-minded coach. But Deion he's a unicorn. He is he's such a marketer and showman and salesperson, and the day of NIL and the day of the need to go out there and play this recruiting game from top to bottom. I really don't care what side of the ball he coaches. I think he can win that battle.
Deion's such a superstar and knows how to market, and I think he'd be super enough in NIL and things like that. I know he played defense, but I really don't consider him a defensive guy. I know he's a defensive guy. I know that, and that sounds kind of ridiculous, but I think he would put special emphasis on the offensive side of the ball. I really do.
I agree with you, Terry. I'm dead on with you there. We lost Terry, but great call by Terry. And Terry, look, I was wondering if Terry would have a negative look into the new coaching hire. Absolutely not. He was positive about any of those three, and I think most Auburn fans will be positive about most of those.
I think those are the three names you're going to hear most often in everybody's list. And apparently the phone flipped for Terry.
Okay. James, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
How you doing?
Well, great, James. Glad to have you.
Well, I'm here. So, look, me and Terry don't agree on hardly anything, but I'm going to give you two things we do. All right, now that the train's left town, I'm going to say it. I want Hugh Freeze as the coach, number one. Number two, I got a damn flip phone. It's because I'm not damn smart enough to figure out how to use a phone.
Y'all have made my day today with a flip phone, James.
Well, anyway, it works for me. I know how to get y'all. That's about all I call anyway. Hey, let me tell you, since there's going to be, I think it's 4 openings or something like that, and I know that I've heard this anyway, that Friend's going to be calling the signals, and I think the other one, I'm not sure. I guess it's Etheridge on the defense, but irregardless, you got people. Trovon Reed, every time he gets out, he finds somebody. He can turn them up under rocks and everything else. He's gotten 2 or 3. You know, when he was able to get out and do that, and that's when there's a shortage on the staff of on-field people. They can put them up there. You got Kendall Simmons sitting there that played down there, and same way with him. If you had to do it, you needed somebody to coach the running backs. You could hand Andy Bertram the microphone and let Roddy Brown put on his, silks or whatever. He could work that running back thing. Him and Cadillac spent a lifetime doing that. I'm not sure of some of those other guys that are in there, but Trovon Reed's the first one that I thought about. He's a damn good recruiter, and he knows Auburn, and he knows offense, and he knows defense. But I'll tell you, I would sort of take my time on doing the assistant coaches. I'd get the head coach lined up first. But I would say this, I would want those Auburn boys to stay there. Jimmy Brumbaugh has worked real hard. He was always that way. And that's right down the creed that says, I believe in hard work. You know, and that's important to me. It always has been. But my dad was at Auburn in the 1920s. The one year they had 2 coaches. They didn't win about 3 games that whole time, I don't think. But anyway, I'm rambling. Look, here's the deal. We need to get the best people we can, and I'm telling you, Trovon Reed's one of them, and probably Kendall Simmons, too. They have the experience, and they know where Auburn is and what it's about. And right now, that's what we need. And that doesn't have a damn thing to do with that general. I hate his guts and that bunch down there that's going to hire the next one. But Freeze has paid his dues. He's screwed up. Okay. So did this one and that one. I mean, that's just the way this game's played. If he's sincere about it, then I darn sure would like to see him do it. It doesn't have anything to do with it. It does a little bit, I guess. He's beaten Saban before, but that's not the measuring stick for everything. You got to be solid on offense. You got to be solid on defense, run, pass. You got to tackle. And we're going to have to get some people in there that can do that. And that will go chase the players down. They're not going to come to you automatically. And that's one disappointment I did have with Harsin. It's really bad. Just the way it was. I don't think up there you have to recruit a whole lot. There's so many people from California and Oregon and Washington. That's just you probably drive by there and say, hey, you need a scholarship? Come on. Harsin was a good coach and is a good coach, but he's not meant for the Southeastern Conference. And I didn't think I'd say that, but I did. So, having given y'all that mouthful, I'll say y'all have a good day and war friggin' damn Eagles.
Thank you, James. We appreciate the phone call.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you for about 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We're brought to you each and every day by Russell Dewitt Center, Big Fish Real Estate, and Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. We are wonderful sponsors here. We could not do the show without them. We really appreciate all of their support. Go and check them out today. Let's go back to the phone line.
Before we go to the phone line, real quick, I wanted to say I was doing a show Saturday morning with Scott, and we had a phone call in and brought up John Cohen's name. And I hadn't heard it. Like, had you been told, had we even spoken about John Cohen? Well, it was brought up on Saturday morning show, so I go back and I bring it up to a couple of others, and they're like, who? John Cohen, you mean the baseball guy, the guy that's at Mississippi State? I said, I think I remember him being the Mississippi State head baseball coach, and he was, and go back and look and to see what he's done at Mississippi State. But yes, for those of you that do not know, he's a baseball man. Was a very successul coach.
Butch Thompson thinks very highly of him.
Very highly of him, which you have to guess is partly where the name was brought up, or at least you've got to at least put into consideration that he was brought up to Butch, and Butch said, oh, yeah, think very highly of him. And, I remember back that we had a kid from here in Alexander City that was really successful over at Mississippi State during his tenure as head coach, Kendall Graveman, and they make it to the College World Series championship game against UCLA. He retires and then goes into administration and athletic director role. So I think I like that he has that background. I think I like that he and Butch Thompson are close. I think I like that Bruce Pearl in day one comes out and is very supportive of him. So I can get behind anything that those two men are very highly supportive and vocal on. I think most of us Auburn fans can get behind that. Caller, you on the Auburn Blitz.
This is Dwayne from Coleman.
Glad to have you, Dwayne.
Hey, listen, my opinion about is hiring a new coach. If you hire somebody like Lane Kiffin or Deion Sanders, season tickets will sell out fast enough to make your head swim. If you hire either one of those two coaches, you'll have 1,000 more people at the airport to greet them. I believe if you hire anyone else but those two, that the excitement's not going to be there as great as it will be if Coach Kiffin or Coach Sanders come to Auburn. I thank you very much for letting me talk, and I'd like to hear y'all's response, please. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you so much, Dwayne. I just had this conversation yesterday at my work.
It's a great point.
All right, here was my point about Deion.
Perception and, excitement and all that. That's a big part of the deal. It didn't used to be, but that's a big part of it these days.
I think it's a huge part of the deal. I think you've got to be able to sell and go out there and generate money when it comes to NIL and other funding. And so I do want to add, here was our conversation at work. I know he's polarizing. I know Deion's polarizing. I don't think we have any idea about how many Auburn fans would come out in support of him if he's hired as a head coach. My opinion, this is just me getting a sense and a feel from the people I talk to, I think it's going to be boisterous if he's named the head coach. I really think that people are going to be so excited that the apathy that has built up around the football program is gone. Now, you could say the ceiling's high and the basement is low with Deion Sanders, and maybe I can buy either of that. I can tell you what's not going to be low, talking about Auburn football.
Yeah.
It will be on the forefront of everyone's mind, and Deion Sanders will make darn certain that that is the case. And anyone that doesn't think that that's important, I'm not going to have an easy time having an argument with you because I think I'm that pro him getting this job right now. Maybe I look, if it doesn't work out, if he gets it and it doesn't work out, just slap me around.
Yeah.
You know, I'll take it.
Trust
Andy.
me, we will.
I'll be the one. It was kind of like Malik Willis that I sat up here for how many years, and I said, for the love of the Lord, would somebody give that guy an opportunity at Auburn? And now he's starting in the pros and we found to think. But look, Hugh Freeze is the one that got that talent out of him. So that's another name that continues to be brought up. Let's go back to the phone lines. Caller, you on the Auburn Blitz?
Yes, am I talking to Andy or Randy?
You talking to both of us, Morris.
Okay. Good to see you guys today. Y'all are a good match. I got to tell you a quick story. Before I knew y'all was on, I would flip through the TV every once in a while, and I'd see Auburn, and I thought it was one of those shows like, you know, Inside the Tide or whatever, where they just go back and review what went on. But I've been telling somebody that I seen Auburn, I said, they got these two brothers, because y'all, I don't know when I was 50, it was like y'all favor, y'all, a lot about y'all favor each other, but to let you know, I've got a flip phone, and I got a better one than that. I just got it this year, and I've had a landline up until this year with no caller ID and no long distance. So I guess I'm way behind the time.
Y'all have made my day today, Morris, is all I can say.
You know, us Alabama fans, we just like everybody else, you know, we're human.
That's right.
But now, I wanted to comment a little bit on I think y'all's leadership did a good, and look, I don't have a dog in the race, you know that. I mean, I'm just independent, just listen, but I think to go ahead and fire your coach, and like I say, I don't have nothing against him or for him, but that gives y'all time to be doing some things. And I tell you what, the worst scenario would be like they did Dubose, fired him and then let him coach. And you can't, a fan that's watching a coach on the sideline that knows the kids don't want to play. I mean, I don't say they don't want to play, but, you know, they know he's gone. And I remember the Alabama-Auburn game that year with Tommy Tuberville. It was sloppy, cold, wet, and I really had a lot of respect for Tuberville. I said to myself, you know, he could have slaughtered us that day, but, you know, he just won the game, and y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, I'll hang up and listen to you two guys and finish the program out with you.
Thank you, Morris. We appreciate your phone call.
All right, by God, if you got a flip phone, you got to call in or text us or somebody. I mean, we got to start a club here or something.
It's just a glorious day, and I would claim Andy. You know, if he were my brother, I'd claim him. And but he's a little prettier than I am, so I can't take the benefit of that. But yes, we've been around each other a long time, so we may think some of the same thoughts.
That's probably true. We do have a lot in common.
Yeah.
I'll say that. All right, we got to take a break here, but don't go anywhere. Me and my brother from another mother will be back with more right after this.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Sioux Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
At CNT Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce, because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
76% of nurses say they went into the profession because they wanted to help patients. No matter the reason you decided to become a nurse, you have all the tools needed to advance your degree at Jacksonville State University. Our Master's in Nursing program is now offered fully online and can be completed in less than 2 years. You can customize a flexible course schedule so you can receive your advanced education degree all while working on the front line. JSU Nursing, your opportunity to advance your career and serve your community.
Country Clipper zero-turn mowers are designed for comfort, accessibility, and ease of use. Only Country Clipper offers your choice of steering options with industry-exclusive joystick steering or twin lever steering. Their patented stand-up deck, standard on every model, allows for quick access to the underside of the deck for routine maintenance. With a wide front step and optional handrail, getting on or off your mower has never been easier. Stop by Fun Carts of Opelika today for a test drive. Country Clipper mowers, designed for you. Fun Carts of Opelika, located at 618 Lee Road, 113 in Opelika, Alabama.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
2 nights, 1 weekend at ATL Live. Friday, November 11th, his first concert ever at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Billy Joel. With Lionel Richie and Sheryl Crow. And Saturday, November 12th, 8-time Grammy winner Chris Stapleton with Miranda Lambert, Dwight Yoakam, and more. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss ATL Live, powered by Ticketmaster.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the river region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, Brubaker, Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you. Just about 20 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. A statement just released from Brian Harsin. I was looking at. Do you have that, or do you want me to?
No, I don't.
I am incredibly disappointed that I won't get to lead the Auburn football program and these players into the future. I poured my heart and soul into this program and team. We stood together in the face of considerable challenges and outside noise. Through my entire time at Auburn, we did things the right way, which is not always the easy way. I'm very proud of the resolve shown by everyone in our facility and incredibly grateful for those at Auburn who stood by me and my family. I'm certain that this group of players will do great things. I will miss you guys tremendously, but will always be there for you and do anything I can to help. Moving forward, thank you for believing in me. Like any coach, with the benefit of hindsight, there are things that could have been done differently. I don't pretend to be perfect, but I am certainly, I will be better moving forward because of this experience. Truly believe Auburn has the potential to be a championship program once again. The resources and support and the fan base are in place. There are good people throughout this program, and and university with complete alignment, the possibilities are endless. With complete alignment, the possibilities are endless. I hurt for the coaches, the staff. This team can accomplish great things. As in life, my family and I will now turn the page and chart our next course. Always grateful for the positive relationships formed and the memories made on the plains. Thank you for allowing us to be part of the Auburn family. Well, okay, that's pretty classy.
It was.
I mean, I appreciate that. I was
expecting worse.
I was expecting some bitterness to be, and I'm sure there is some bitterness, but he rose above that and wrote what seems to be a sincere, heartfelt. It didn't work out. I'm gonna move on. Okay.
I'm partly to blame. There's always things you can look back on and say that you would do different now, and but there's also $15.5 million worth of incentive to probably not. I'm sure there's some stipulations in that buyout that say you can't go out there and blast us.
I would imagine there is a big time stipulation now. And, people always talk about the buyout, and that's a big, but, let's not forget the $10 million we paid him last year and this year. So that'd be $25 million that he has pocketed in the last 2 years. Now, $7 million of that buyout is going to come immediately, and then I think it's 4 installments over the next 4 years or something. But still, I mean, so $20 million for 2 years worth of work, Randy, that ain't bad.
Not worked out okay for him, and he'll land on his feet. He'll end up with a job up in the area that he knows best, I'm sure, and I don't think that he's a bad football coach. I do think that he never understood the way that recruiting works in the South and Southern people in general, and the way we communicate with one another and deal with one another. I do think that after this, I would take all of those people that called into our program many years ago and go, man, I just don't know if he can recruit down here. That's what I'm most worried about. Well, you said something.
Yeah, you were right.
You were dead on. Caller, you on the Auburn Blitz. Terry, we got you on.
Okay.
Glad to have you, buddy.
Thank you.
What you got for us?
I was just wanting to ask the question. How many years has Deion Sanders been the head coach of a Power 5 school that I think Auburn is?
0.
All right. I'm just not that big a fan of Deion Sanders.
Well, I think he's polarizing. I think, a part of the fan base for Auburn says exactly what you're saying, Terry.
Yeah, he is polarizing. He can get out there and talk the smack with the best of them, and he can get the players. But take a look at A&M. You can get all the best players, and if you can't have them coached up, what's your record going to be, 4-6 or something like that?
Inexperience at a major program. I mean, he's only got 3 years of college head coaching experience at Jackson State. So that is a big part of it. I mean, used to, you wouldn't even think about a hire like that. Today, maybe it's a different time, but there are positives and negatives with everybody you bring up, and that's going to be one of the biggest ones. One of the biggest negatives in the Deion category.
Yeah. Well, I'm old school, I guess. I like Pat Dye.
Well, who would you hire, Terry?
I guess I'm in the same boat as everybody else. I think Hugh Freeze would be my first choice.
All right, that seems to be a popular one.
And the fanny waist at Ole Miss, I wouldn't even give him a call. Out of here.
Terry, we got to take a break. We appreciate the call. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
Hey guys, this is Nate Pass with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you. Just one final segment in the show today. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Just a lot of news continues to filter out. Jeff Pittman no longer with the Auburn program, apparently. That's the strength and conditioning coach.
I was about to ask, what is
a lot of mashed potatoes today for lunch on the Auburn Blitz. But, look, there was a lot of stuff we were going to talk about. What was the one about the money? You wanted to hit it. You had something about how are we going to pay, here's another $15 million for Brian Harsin. How many people are we still paying? We're still paying, I guess, Malzahn, I guess. I don't know if we're still paying Steele or not, but I think that's him being a coordinator. It was mitigated when he got another job. And all these other assistants, they'll be mitigated. But yet again, Brian Harsin, as I understand it, his contract is paid in full. There are no stipulations. If he gets another job, it don't affect how much we got to pay him.
Okay, well, here's my response to that. I want to set the ground rules out there on questions that you can ask Andy and myself. One that you can ask is, how's Auburn going to come up with the $15.5 million to pay off Brian Harsin? I don't know. Look, the only person I'm confident they're not going to call for any of the $15.5 million is me. And now if any of you are big donors that give millions of dollars to the university and would like to call in and tell us how you're going to get it, but I don't mean that in a negative way, but sometimes we get these questions and it's like, how's Auburn plan on paying off this buyout? I'm like, I don't know, but they seem to be able to figure it out. And they figure it out every time. And I don't know if you've noticed some of the multi-million-dollar checks that are being cut to put names on the side of buildings. Well, has there been $200 million worth of checks cut to Auburn in the last 3 years to have names put on the side of buildings?
Pretty close.
Is that set? Yes.
I think yes.
Okay, well, I think you can come up with 15 and a half if people are willing to strike a $70 million check to have their name on the side of a basketball arena. Don't you think?
Yes.
And I don't think we're in a position where you can question the $15.5 million. So I don't mean that in a negative way, but I don't know. Do you know, Andy?
I do not. I think we got maybe we can squeeze one more phone call in.
Caller, you on the Auburn Blitz?
Yeah, bud. I was wanting to know how come Auburn don't hire Urban Meyer.
Oh.
He's a great coach with a good name. You'd have packed stadium with packed people around the stadium.
I think Urban Meyer is definitely a quality coach. I think you know what you're going to get. He is going to be able to recruit. He'll be able to put a good product on the field. He's also a snake, and he's also going to leave the program probably worse off than when he got there, because it always seems to end badly everywhere he's been. So there's that part of it. But I mean, look, if you want an absolute proven winner, a guy with national championships, he's a guy you have to bring up.
Well, who would you pick for coach?
Say that again.
Who would you pick for a good coach?
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve. We appreciate the phone call today. And, have you had Urban Meyer brought up?
That's the first one. I mean, I think I've heard that name brought up once before. But
the last cycle, I heard it a lot.
I mean, well, when that inevitably comes up, okay, you want a proven coach that is proven to win national championships. That's a short list. I mean, it's Dabo, it's Nick, it's Kirby, it's Jay, it's the guy at Ohio State, and it's Urban Meyer. I mean, that's the list, right? Who else is out there? Gene Chizik? He's got a national title. He's available. I guess we could go around too. No, I don't think so. So, I mean, would you even consider Urban Meyer?
No. David says this about old Jimbo over at Texas A&M, that every time his name's brought up or every time he looks at him talking, he feels dirty. Urban Meyer, it's not dirty. It's like there's slop thrown on me. It's how dirty I feel with Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
That guy, you said it exactly right. There's some deserve snake in the grass to be put beside their name, and Urban Meyer is that guy for me. So, no, heck no. I don't want to sell my soul.
Yeah.
I'd like to go pick someone that I think, even if it went with Hugh Freeze, I mean, I give somebody a second chance. I mean, Urban Meyer's had 40 chances, and he still comes out smelling like the slop that I just said was thrown on you. So, no, I don't. Would you like Urban Meyer?
No, just for the whole with the girl in the bar. I just, no.
To go along with everything on top of it. I mean,
he makes Hugh Freeze look like a choir boy.
His whole exit from Florida was so odd and weird. And, he's on his deathbed, and things are just oddly coming out, and always whining and moping. And I don't know. He's in that tunnel eating pizza after he got beat again at Ohio State. There's so many weird things with Urban Meyer that I would just rather choose anybody other than him.
I think that's probably
Hugh Freeze today, though. If we had a poll to go out there, Hugh Freeze.
He's the leader right now as far as the ones that have called in, for sure.
I think it's been all of them.
Yeah.
Are you a little surprised with that?
Not really. I mean, I think the three names are, to me, that's the list. It's Deion, it's Lane Kiffin, it's Hugh Freeze. Outside of that, you could hire Matt Rule, or you could hire, I don't even know.
Matt Rules,
you could hire Mark Stoops, and it wouldn't be a bad hire, but it's just I just don't think it's got the kick that Auburn needs right now.
Kiffin and Sanders would be the biggest splash.
Those are three names to me.
Kiffin and Sanders would be the biggest splash.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm back on record saying, please, anyone that's got pull, maybe you got as much pull as that $15.5 million that I have no clue how we're going to pay it off. But can we make Leon happen? I just think that all of the luster around our program that we've been dying for the last 10 years would be there with Leon.
Happy birthday, Rick Allen, one-armed drummer for Def Leppard.
Good.
Dude, still alive, 59 years old. Anthony Kiedis is 60. Leader of Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Looks forward to it.
He's Randy. I'm Andy. So long for now. Talk to you soon.